The Game Awards, the most prestigious game award show to ever exist, where games go to fight amongst each other to really show who was the best at making their game in that specific year. And of course, this year is no different. With multiple amazing games being nominated for Game of the Year, this year was truly fantastic. Or was it? Howdy, folks. As many of you may know, the Game Awards streamed on December 12th, which, as of recording this, was 4 days ago. And the reason I waited so long was to kind of get outwards viewpoints. I searched through TikTok, I looked at YouTube videos. I wanted to get as many opinions as possible so I can basically put them all together and just give you the overall story of why this year's Game Awards was so ass. Now, the Game Awards nominated the games Astrobot Metaphor ReFantazio, I think that's how you say it, Black Myth: Wukong, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, and Balatro. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm going to spoil it for you. The game of the year is Astrobot. Now, I've never played it, because it's a $70 game and I'm not made of fucking money. But before we get into the real nitty-gritty about the Game Awards, I want to talk about some other things that happened during that. And one of the things that I want to talk about really pulled on my heartstrings, and it's because it involves a game series that I've been playing since I was a wee lad. It is Fallout. The Fallout show won Best Game Adaptation, and I screamed, I jumped with joy, I pumped my fist into the air. I was just so happy. Another thing, Queso won Content Creator of the Year. And when you take into account that a couple years ago, he was a nobody on Twitch, and now he's one of the biggest content creators in the world, I mean, you gotta give credit where credit's due. And of course, you have the other awards like Best Ongoing Game, Best Multiplayer Game. Actually, the game that won Best Multiplayer Game was Helldivers, and I'm flabbergasted. The game hit one of its lowest player counts not too long ago, so I'm honestly surprised. Also, a bunch of amazing games were announced, like Dying Light the Beast, The Witcher 4, Borderlands 4, and also a bunch of other games like Okami 2, which honestly made me extremely happy. Now, the big bad wolf of this year's controversy for the Game Awards is, I think you can guess if you're smart enough, the Game of the Year. Now, as I said, Astrobot won Game of the Year, and a lot of people wanted Black Myth: Wukong, and actually the first ever DLC to be nominated for Game of the Year, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. And if I'm going to be honest, Shadow of the Erdtree was a good DLC. There's nothing... if you disagree with that, then get the fuck out of here. You don't belong here. Shadow of the Erdtree was a perfect DLC, but it's not a standalone game. So I don't know why it was a nominee for Game of the Year. And Black Myth: Wukong, it's another Souls-like. So you had a Soulsborne and a Souls-like. I don't really get how they really nominated either of them. I played Black Myth: Wukong. It was a good game. It was a really good game. But playing it for a second time, God, I couldn't. It just was so boring the second time. And those are really the only games that I have played that were nominated, so I can't talk for the other ones, but that's not the controversy. I want to talk about all sides of the argument. The people who are defending Astrobot and the people who are attacking it. I want to give you both sides. Now, the people who are defending Astrobot swear on their life that it is the best game to ever exist. It is actually annoying how much they glaze this game. And same with the Black Myth: Wukong lovers. It is a Temu Souls game. It is honestly it's a good game, but it is mediocre when it comes to Game of the Year level. And when taking into account if a game should be Game of the Year, you have to look at the past Game of the Years too. Like, you have The Last of Us Part 2, which in my opinion was a pretty mediocre game. But you have Elden Ring, fucking Sekiro. You have just all of these absolutely game-breaking games. And it is... I don't know how they nominated it. It is nowhere near the level of Game of the Year. And then you have the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree Glazers. The people who, I don't even think that they want to see it win genuinely. They just want it to win for the shits and giggles. Because DLC never is going to contend for Game of the Year when you have a 6-hour DLC competing with Black Myth Wukong and Astrobot, and hell, even Balatro. It, again, doesn't even come close. And also, the developers for Black Myth Wukong, Game Science, came out and basically just started fucking crying. Like the little bitches that they are. It is so pathetic that you make your game only to see the Game of the Year award. It is, you should have failed. If you only make a game to try to win Game of the Year and not try to make it the best for the players, you deserve to fail. Because in reality, it's the players who make the game. The developers develop it, but if you don't have any players, you don't have a game. That is my personal opinion. You can attack me all you want for that, but in reality, I feel like I'm right in this situation for saying this. And Black Myth Wukong was the lowest rated game to ever be nominated for the Game Awards. I mean, how do you ever think in a billion years, with a B, to ever expect your game to win Game of the Year when your game is the lowest rated in Game Award history? I mean, it's hilarious. And the people who are hating on Astrobot, not even one particular game is doing this. It's just people in general who are hating on Astrobot. Just call it a fucking Mario clone, which, I mean, that's pretty dope if you're calling something a Mario clone, because I personally love Mario. It is a great game series, and I've been playing it since, again, I was a wee lad. And another thing that Black Myth Wukong Glazers are going to bring up is that, oh, Black Myth Wukong sold 22 million units in the first 2 weeks of launch. Well, fucker, if this was a popularity contest, I can assure you COD would have won many times in a row. It wouldn't even be a contest. And yes, Astrobot only sold 1.5 million units, but it still won Game of the Year. And I mean, it's not the first time in a PS5 exclusive, or just a Sony exclusive in general, has won Game of the Year. I mean, The Last of Us Part 1 won Game of the Year, and that's a PlayStation exclusive. So it's not a popularity contest by any means. It's just having a genuinely good Game of the Year worthy game. And Black Myth Wukong simply just wasn't that. So it isn't a popularity contest. It is a actual game award that goes to the best game of the year. And it just so happens that Astrobot was exactly that. But that's basically everything so far on the Game Award controversy and the whole drama thing behind it. And I'm gonna say this every video, my Discord is open. You can find the Discord link in my bio. I'll put it again in this description. Also, please like and subscribe. It would really mean the world to me, and I'm trying my best to, grow as much as I can, and I need your help to do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I just wanted to post this short little video about what I thought on the Game Awards. Anyways, just because I'm done with this video doesn't mean you have to be done with me, so please click on these videos that I'm going to post up right here, and also that little circle thing that has my profile on it. Click it and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. But yeah, it's about time I skedaddle. I'll see you on the other side, partner.